Hey, it's Wayne Purnell. I want to just pop in really quickly as we talk about approaching the end of the year. We're looking at, what? We just had Thanksgiving here in America. We just had Thanksgiving. And we're ending November. We're coming up on December. And then we're coming up on the end of a year, which means that we're also coming up on the beginning of a new year. And that's kind of cool, because it gives us a chance to look ahead. It gives us a chance to plot where we're going, the things that we want to get done. It gives us a chance to think about like where we've been, right? So in the past, you look back and you say, okay, 10 years ago I was sort of this way. 5 years ago I was this way. 2 years ago I was this way. And I mean, if you think about it, you're different than you were 10 years ago. Let's hope so. Right? You're different than you were 5 years ago. Again, let's hope so. You're different than you were 2 years ago, a year ago, last week even, right? And if you're really somebody that's in the growth space, then you're different than you were even yesterday. There are things popping up. Let me just see. Okay. So, hello, growth space, right? So, the question then is, who are you now? What goals do you have for yourself? And who do you need to become? In order to reach those goals? So really, if you think about where you've been, right, the process, and where you've been is great because it got you to where you are now. But the real question is, where are you going? Where are you headed? This wasn't one of those moves. This is just like, where are you going? This is your trajectory, right? So where are you going? And hopefully it's not a trajectory of this or worse, this, right? So where are you headed? What is your trajectory? Where are you going? And if you know where you're going, then the question is, how do you get there? Really, how do you get there? So I'm getting all these different pop-ups on the screen, and so hello to you, and thank you. Where have you been? Where are you now? Where are you going? How do you track that? Not only how do you track that, but how do you set your trajectory? Because if you think about who you are now and how you got here, the person that you were, for example, 10 years ago, isn't the person that could get you here. That person had to move through various changes over the course of those 10 years. So who you are now is not going to be the person that you are there. The journey changes you. And that's something most people don't account for. Like, who do I need to become? This is the question that I'd love for you to hold and even comment on, right? So where are you going? And really, who do you need to become in order to get there? Now, for most of us, it's, I need to grow, I need to learn, I need to invest in more continuing education, right? I need to be around different people that are going to elevate me. Those things people don't actually, most people, if you think about it, think about the people that you've engaged with. Most people don't always think about, well, I need to be around a different set of people. And it's not that your friends are bad, it's that you're around the same people all the time, which means you're going to be in that same set. Now, the question is, can all the people that you're with elevate, right? And maybe that's your job. Maybe your job is to bring new information to your friend group. Maybe your job is to bring new skills to your friend group. Maybe your job is to find additional friends that you can introduce to your friend group. So I'm not saying abandon the people you've begun associating with. I'm saying step in, step up, learn, keep learning, right? So this really is about where you're headed. This is about you in your change process. And if you think about what that means to you, it's who I am now won't get me to where I want to be. So who I am now is great. I am happy with where I am. I am happy with what I have. And I also know that where I'm going this person needs additional information, needs to do additional work, it needs to set a really specific plan. And so what about you, right? So where are you? What plan do you have? A lot of people will write their resolutions, New Year's resolutions, right? Oh, I just want, you know, I want to do this, or I want to have that. How are you going to get there, right? How are you going to get there? So think about that. What specific plan do you have? Do you have a calendar? Do you have a skill set, basically cluster of things that you're going to either do or read or practice to get there? Hey, I'd love to learn to play guitar. Cool. Do you have a guitar? I mean, start there, right? Hey, I'd love to learn to speak publicly. Great. Have you started? Do you speak to your friends? Do you speak to your family? Do you speak on Facebook? So think about where you want to be, who you want to be, what you need to do to be that person that's out there. And remember that the journey changes you. That's what it's about. The journey is the journey is the journey, and we have to honor that. Please honor that. So the journey will change you, and that's a good thing, right? So as we look at that, any kind of transition, whether it's organizational or individual, it's always very personal. So that's what we're going to be talking about in the future. Right now, take inventory. Where are you? Who are you? Who do you want to be? And look forward to that journey that changes you, so that you can look back every day and go, yeah, you know what? I am different than I was yesterday. I am better, stronger, more enthusiastic, more joyful, more present than I was yesterday. I know more. I practice more. I'm in it more than I was yesterday. So get that, be that, do that, and keep making your magic. I'm Dr. Wayne Purnell. I'm the founder of the Dynamic Leader Programs, and you're in it. Keep making it happen.